Consider the table of values below, and these are the exact values that we know for these standard angles for the cosine. Using your knowledge of the exact values above and the unit circle, complete the tables below. So this first table here we can see is the second quadrant. Now that's the S quadrant, which means that the cosines will be negative. 2 pi by 3 is here, the associated acute angle is pi by 3. Cos of pi by 3 is a half, but we're in the S quadrant, so that's going to be negative a half. If we go to 3 pi by 4, which is here, the acute angle is pi by 4. Remember, the 3 pi by 4 is this one. And so what we're going to have is negative root 2 over 2. And then for the 5 pi by 6, which is sort of here, with the acute angle pi by 6. So cos of pi by 6 is root 3 over 2, but that's going to be negative. And then when we look at pi, that's here, the coordinates would be negative 1, 0 on a unit circle, and the cosine is always the x coordinate, so that one is going to be negative 1. Now these angles are all in the third quadrant, which is the T quadrant, so the cosines are still going to be negative. So 7 pi by 6 is this angle here, so that this angle here is pi by 6, the associated acute angle. Cos of pi by 6 is root 3 over 2, so this one will be negative root 3 over 2. And then for the 5 pi by 4, which is here, the acute angle is pi by 4. So that's going to be negative root 2 over 2. And then for the 4 pi by 3, that's down here, so that the associated acute angle is pi by 3. So that one's going to be negative a half. And then for 3 pi by 2, which is here, the coordinates on the unit circle are 0 and negative 1. The cosine is always the x coordinate. So that's that one there. Now 2 pi, we're all the way back to the beginning, so we know that's going to be 1. And so let's just fill in the rest of the values. So we're now in the fourth quadrant, which is the C quadrant, so they're going to be positive again. So 5 pi by 3 is here, so that this angle is pi by 3. So that one's going to be half. And then 7 pi by 4 is here, so the associated acute angle is pi by 4. So that one's going to be root 2 over 2. 11 pi by 6 is here. The associated acute is pi by 6. So that one is going to be root 3 over 2, and then we're back to 1. So if we're going to plot, let's remember root 3 over 2 is approximately 0.9. Root 2 over 2 is approximately 0.7, and of course half is 0.5. So we're starting here with 1, and then at pi by 6 we get 0.9. Pi by 4 is between pi by 6 and pi by 3, and we get 0.7 there. Then we get 0.5, and then at pi by 2, which is here, we get 0. Then 2 pi by 3, negative a half. And then in the gap here we're going to get negative 0.7. Then we'll have negative 0.9 and negative 1. And following on, so we're going to get there, we're not going to get that little dot that I put there. Let's get rid of that. And then in the gap here we've got 0.7, negative 0.5, and 0 here. And then 5 pi by 3 is going to be a half. In the gap we've got 0.7, then we have 0.9, and then we're back to 1 there. So we now want to draw a curve through this. So it's going to look something like this. And that's actually one complete oscillation of cosine. So outside of this range it just repeats itself, and that's discussed in another lesson. The range of cos x, so if we look at the y's, the highest value is 1, the smallest value is -1, and the curve is always between here. So we can say that y is a real, or we could have said cos x is a real, and y is between -1 and 1, with both of them inclusive.